That was a matter of trouble there for Kurt Nickel trying to get past one of the back markers. He was held up, and that's allowed Everton to almost halve the gap. And of course, on a windy circuit like this, when you take one of those hairpin bends, Jeff, you always know where your competition is.
Yes, that's right. You can glance over your shoulder and watch the other rider coming down the hill or on the other parallel straight of the track and just really see for yourself what the difference is between yourself and the rider following behind.
Now there's Kurt Nickel. Everton still trying to challenge, and Jean-Michel Bale, unfortunately for him, has had another spill back in the field, and that's obviously caused by him trying to make a desperate charge and get up amongst the points, and unsuccessful.
Yes, I think Jean-Michel Bale possibly just trying a little bit too hard and falling down. That's the situation. See Jean-Michel right here now backing up and running again. Still seems to be charging quite hard. But I think it's getting late in the race now, so he's going to have to do something pretty special to get up there for France.
Jean-Michel Bale, a man who only knows one speed. He was a comprehensive winner. But here, back at the front, Edwin Everton is really putting the pressure on Kurt Nickel. Nickel holding him at bay, but the rider from Holland, Everton, is almost in the slipstream when they break to come into the corners.
Everton really putting on the pressure now. He looked to be just sitting back there early in the race, not doing anything too special, just looking smooth, conserving his energy. I think now it's come the time where he feels good, and he's going to make a charge on Kurt Nickel. I think he also knows that lap traffic's ahead of him, and he's going to wait for that moment possibly when Nickel will get balked and he's going to go through.
Remy van Ries has been an outstanding rider.
Edwin Everton down there, he was trying to get past Kurt Nickel. He seemed to get... There he is, Edwin Everton. You can see his front wheel just twisting in the sand, and he's gone down. It's very bad luck for him.
Well, I was just mentioning that Remy van Ries has been an outstanding rider for Holland today. Edwin Everton got a non-start in an earlier moto when he had ignition problems, and there we've seen him take a big tumble.
It's definitely not Edwin Everton's day there. Looking good there for the lead. I think it's Billy Lyles coming into camera now in second place. So with Everton dropping out there, Billy Lyles in second place, and he's not that far behind Kurt Nickel, so there's still a chance that he could get up and win this race.
And Bevoet's number 5, also from Belgium, challenging for the lead. He's on a 250cc Yamaha. There is our leader overall at the moment, Kurt Nickel, sitting astride a KTM 500 machine. Well, no doubt Kurt Nickel would have seen Everton go down. He was actually almost shoulder to shoulder when he went for his tumble. So Kurt Nickel would be aware now that he has a little bit additional breathing space. But as Jeff mentioned, Billy Lyles now the man that could come into contention for first place.
Billy Lyles there in second place, charging through the sand section of the track. Looks like he's really got the grip between his teeth. He's riding extremely hard. And I don't think he's going to settle for second place. Looks like the way he's charging on the bike that he wants to get up front for the United States. He doesn't want to let the United States down.
She went very high on that corner then, almost contacting with the tyres.
You see a little bit of fatigue setting with the riders. Billy Lyles charging very hard. He had a small fall earlier in the race. And now I think that the track's getting rougher, he's getting a little bit more tired, and he's getting a little bit untidy on the bike, so he's going to have to be careful not to fall down.
Billy Lyles for the United States. Keeping in mind that the worst performance of the 6 for each team is discarded. There's number 5, Bevoet's.
See Lyles made a little bit of mistake there. Seems to be getting tired and making errors on the track. You can see a pit signal there. That's Michael Rocco's father. He's his mechanic, travels everywhere with him, all around the world. See all the mechanics there giving signals like be strong, hang on. You can see how tired the riders really are getting.
Very easy to say be strong when you're on the sidelines.
Yeah. My mechanic used to give me signals like that, never knew how I felt.
Sometimes you feel like running them over. Now we've got Billy Lyles. He's making a charge. He's not content to sit back, and he is closing the gap significantly on Kurt Nickel, the leader from Great Britain. Nickel in amongst the tall timber down here at Manjimup. Doing a great job for his country in this third and final moto.
Billy Lyles on the downhill section of the track coming into this tight sandy area. This is an area that's brought down a lot of riders. Very deep, loose sand. Bike seems to squirrel around a lot. You can see the sand spraying up over Marnik Bavowitz, going onto his goggles.
So Lyles in front, but Bavowitz is really challenging him as a back marker does the right thing and pulls out of the line, allows Lyles through. The Americans really fishtailing the back wheel.
I think Billy's definitely getting a little bit tired there, very untidy. Still the top place American in this race. His teammate Mike LaRocco back in the field.
Not far away now from receiving the final 2 lap signal. They go under the start-finish line. And again on the left we see there the pit crew with the boards being held out, instructions to all their riders. There's our race leader Kurt Nickel, still maintaining a comfortable lead at the front of the pack.
Kurt Nickel, his bike's mechanic by his brother. It's quite a family affair there. His brother's been his mechanic for quite some time, so they have a good understanding and trust in each other. The rider-mechanic relationship in motocross is somewhat different to other forms of motorsport, where there's several mechanics. In motocross, generally speaking, there's only one mechanic that actually works on the bike, so you find the rider-mechanic relationship is very tight.
Here we see Billy Lyles, and he's really being pressured there by Bavowitz. They're almost side by side. And in fact, I think Bavowitz might be able to take him. Here he has. Bavowitz from Belgium has gone around and past Billy Lyles. So Lyles now from America relegated to 3rd spot.
Yes, I think Billy's starting to get tired on the machine. You can really see him making errors. He seems to have really lost his rhythm. So I think the Cozy Creek circuit is taking its toll on him.
Now, I think when Kurt Nickel comes under the start-finish on this occasion, he'll get the signal for 2 laps remaining. There's Bavowitz from Belgium. He's not showing signs of weariness at the moment. He's got the smell of victory in his nostrils.
Kurt's looking very strong out there. He's still maintaining a good rhythm, looking very comfortably. He looks to be enjoying the ride very much.
We see there that there's no one behind him, so barring a tragedy, he should come away with the 1 point for a win in this final moto. Number 13, Kurt Nickel, riding on a KTM 500 for Great Britain. And there is the signal, 2 laps to go as Kurt Nickel just passed the marshal. So he's got about 4.5 minutes remaining on the track here at Cozy Creek. There goes Billy Lyles getting the signal as well.
Mike LaRocco in 4th place for the United States. So we've got Billy Lyles in 3rd, Mike LaRocco in 4th.
And if they stay in that position for the 12th successive year, the United States will have taken out Motocross des Nations, the first time it's ever been held in the Southern Hemisphere. The event started back in 1947. America have only won it 11 times, and they've come in successive years. Great Britain, the record holders, with 15, and at the moment there's a British rider in screen, Kurt Nickel, who is leading the charge in the 3rd and final moto.
Well, I think really Kurt's got to do now is keep the bike upright, keep concentrating, and just maintain a steady pace through to the finish. Seems to have a fairly comfortable lead. I can't foresee Marnik Bavowitz from Belgium in 2nd place getting up to pass him.
A good shot there of just how furrowed the track is. Looks very dusty at the moment when you look on screen, but there was very heavy rain in the practice session preceding today's action. But you wouldn't think to look at the course at the moment. It really does absorb the moisture very well, and Kurt Nickel is doing a great job on this Cozy Creek circuit.
think possibly the track conditions later in the day suiting the heavier physique guys such as Kurt Nicholl. Kurt Nicholl, well noted for his physical conditioning regimen. Very hard-working rider. Does a lot of work during the week to keep himself in shape. And it's really paying off now in the latter stages of this race.
Well, 3 times a runner-up in World Championship competition in the 500cc's. 1988, 1990, and also this year, as we mentioned earlier, in 1991, he was leading the World Championship when he broke a leg in practice. And this year he finished in a blaze of glory on the Grand Prix circuit. He won 8 of his last 9 Grand Prix starts, and that included the Grand Prix titles in Belgium, Luxembourg and Japan.
You can see Kurt Nicholl there now taking the 1 lap forward, 1 lap to go for Kurt Nicholl. His mechanics will be telling him, take it easy, just concentrate. Try not to make any mistakes.
Kurt Nicholl out in front, but the Americans have done enough to win their 12th successive Motocross des Nations, but at the moment our leader is Kurt Nicholl, riding a KTM 500 machine and representing Great Britain. Again, he goes past another back marker, pulls out of his line, and around goes Kurt Nicholl. No one's going to stop him at this stage on this Cozy Creek circuit.
Kurt Nicholl's machine seems to be handling quite well. You can notice the bike is looking quite stable on the circuit, despite how rough the Cozy Creek circuit is at this time. So I believe possibly a good machine setup has helped Kurt Nicholl in this race. It's helped him conserve his energy. He's still feeling and looking quite fresh.
We've seen Billy Lyles as well up in the joust for the lead. So too Mike LaRocco, the 2 Americans. They've done enough to secure victory here for the United States overall. But Kurt Nicholl will savour this moment. He'll come away with the Motocross des Nations win in the 3rd and final moto here in the 500cc category.
Kurt's just staying up on the foot pegs, trying not to sit down, despite his legs probably feeling like jelly. Just trying to keep up on those pegs so the seat doesn't buck up and possibly throw him forward over the handlebars.
One of the colourful Irish back markers just lapped then by Kurt Nicholl. He is easing up considerably, a la Jean-Michel Bayle in the opening moto. He is fully aware of the gap that he has, the lead that he has, and he's just content now to nurse this machine around to the finish line for the final time. Here he comes, Kurt Nicholl, and a rousing reception as he comes down to the start-finish line to receive the checkered flag. So he is the winner in his 3rd and final moto, and there is another rider coming through.
Marnik Bavowitz from Belgium on the 250 machine coming through in 2nd. There's Billy Lyles.
So a great performance there by Marnik Bavowitz in a 250, coming in 2nd place overall.
Mike LaRocco just cruising over the finish line there. Jean-Michel Bayle looking exhausted after that ride.
And there is Jean-Michel Bayle in his last international motocross. Next year, he'll be riding 250cc bikes on the road. So by far the 3rd and final moto, the closest of the 3. Lyles and LaRocco doing well for the United States with 2 second placings. Britain and Belgium getting a win apiece, and Australia doing particularly well. Marshall and Britain coming in with 13 points. Well, Billy, congratulations. A lot of pressure rested off you and your teammates.
Yeah, going into the last race, I think there were 4 teams really close, so we knew we had to make a good race to win it. It's been getting tougher and tougher every year, but it seems like when it comes down to winning, we seem to always pull it off.
A lot of the experts were saying that the United States mightn't go so well this year with all 3 of you making your debut in des Nations.
Yeah, but you know, you can't listen to what everybody says. We all came with our hearts in the right place, and I think you can see by the way we rode, we came to take that cup back to America.
You obviously enjoyed riding around the Cozy Creek circuit.
Fantastic circuit. Probably one of the best circuits I've ridden all year.
Congratulations and good luck for next year's event.
Thanks a lot.